Hi and welcome. This video is about dealing with the loss of our pets. And I just want to say I'm so sorry that you're going through this. And at the same time, I'm so glad that you're here because this information that I'm going to share about acupressure point massage or tapping is such a wonderful way to take care of yourself, to help you get through your grief so that you can come to a more deep understanding about what our pets teach us about unconditional love, and not just for others, but for ourselves. And there's a lot to know about acupressure tapping that goes by many names. There's meridian tapping, EFT or emotional freedom technique, but all of it pretty much has the same result. It's very powerful to let go of our grief or sadness or other emotions and get through to the peace of mind. There are examples about war veterans and how it's helped them release their post-traumatic stress disorder, but I've put that at the end of the video, so if you're interested in the how and the why that it works, you can learn about it there. But right now I just wanted to get started so that you can get the relief right away, so you can feel better right away. There are some basic concepts, though, that will be useful to know before we get started. I also teach Qigong, which is ancient China's mind-body healing system. And Qigong and acupressure point tapping both share the same philosophy. The Chinese discovered thousands of years ago that we have these energy lines or meridians running through our bodies. And they discovered that massaging or tapping on these particular endpoints on the head and torso that I'll show you in a minute can help release the painful memories and the painful emotions much more quickly than just crying or just talking about the loss of our pet. It takes a little time, but you know the waves of grief that you're feeling now, if you combine tapping with your feelings, when you're feeling this wave of sadness come over you, if you tap at the same time, it won't keep building that painful energy. It'll start to whittle down, and the time between the waves of grief will shorten. You'll start to feel your heart lighten, and you'll start to be able to see so much more of the love than the hurt. Let me show you the acupressure points we'll be tapping on, starting with the 2 points at the inside edge of the eyebrows. And then the outside edge of the eyebrows, more on the temples really. The next 2 points are on the cheekbones directly underneath the pupils. Then one hand under the nose, one hand on the chin. And the next 2 points are really important for grief or sadness release, because these 2 points underneath the inside edge of the collarbones in Chinese medicine are connected to the lung energy. In Chinese medicine, the organs have not only a color associated, a light energy color associated with them, but also emotions. And for the lungs, it's all about releasing grief and sadness and sorrow. And when you're physically crying, all of those are connected to these points right here. And then the next points are underneath the armpits, about 4 inches down. And you can either chicken wing like this to tap them, or cross your arms in front of you and tap like so. The next points are directly underneath the breast or the chest on the torso. And then we have 3 points on the inside of the wrist, inside, middle, and outer. Inside, middle, and outer, about where your watch strap lies. And they're most easily released like this, tapped like this. Good. And finally, the top of the head, one or both hands on top of the head. Great. I'm Judy Cameron, and I'm a stress relief coach, and I believe one of the toughest stresses we can go through is the loss of our pet. And I just wanted to show you my guys, just so you can get to know who I am. This is William the Pug and Harry the Boston Terrier, and they were my kids for 14 years. Actually, my husband and I called them our chogs, so I can absolutely relate to what you're going through. We just lost them a year and a half ago. So I'm right with you, and it is getting better, and I can do this video without bawling, so I hope you can appreciate that. But I'd like to get you to the same place. So let's get started. And just a couple of other key points. There's a scale of emotional distress that we use, with 0 being no distress at all and 10 being max. So just intuit what your number is before you start. And then if you remember, see where you are at the end to see your progress. Also, don't worry too much about what you need to say. Just, we feel it as it comes up. Just remember to tap when you're feeling so sad and so hurt. That's where the relief is. I'll be giving some phrases of common experiences that we have going through this, some of my own. They may or may not work for you. Don't worry about it. Just use the ones that work for you, and know that I'll also give you some time as I just guide you through. I'll be relatively silent, but I want to be there for you so that you just work on your unique experiences. Okay, here we go. Just follow along. Do the best you can. This is so hard, and this will help so much. So also, I'm going to be using the word they instead of he or she, or perhaps multiple pets, but you fill in your pet's name. And there are 2 other points I want to share with you. They're called the karate chop points. We'll do this at the very beginning. One on either palm, outside, underneath the little finger, and you just tap them together and repeat after me. Even though this is so hard, I deeply love myself. Even though I can't even breathe, I'm hurting so much. Repeat after me. I deeply love myself, or I'd like to love myself. And one more time. Even though this hurts me more than I can say, I deeply love myself. Let's go through the points. I'm hurting so much. My heart is breaking. I can't believe they're gone. This is so painful. So unfair. How could God take away my pets? They're all that I had. I can't even breathe. I can't even deal with life right now. I just want to cry for days and weeks. Nobody understands how much this hurts. I can't even believe it's happened. I love my guys so much. Can't stand it that they're gone. I'm in shock. I actually don't even believe they're gone. Just want to wake up from this nightmare. I'm hurting so much. Just let the tears come, of course, if they haven't. Just let out whatever you're feeling. You don't have to even say it, just feel it. I'm hurting so much. So angry. I'm so sad. Good, good. And if you have some painful memories of your pets becoming ill, let's use some of those memories now. I'll give you some of my own just as guideposts, but be tapping on your own if you can. So my pug dog had a surgery, and something happened during the surgery. He wasn't able to eat for the last month of his life. He kept vomiting everything up. And the very hardest part was it looked like he was getting better. Getting better, didn't. Getting better, and then he didn't. 5 different times. It was just hell. It just was too hard, horrible. So any memories you have like that, of just the stress of it all, being so scared and worrying so much. Oh, it hurts so, so much. Just couldn't do anything else during that time. I couldn't think straight. We're so worried about him, and how Harry was worried about him. We were all worried. It's just so, so hard. And you might be wondering how you're going to tell your kids. How do I tell them this is such a big deal, death? Well, I don't know. I don't have kids, but actually my business partner, Judy Wright, is a relationship coach, and she helps parents work with their kids. She's actually written a book that might be useful to you called I Miss You, All Pets Go to Heaven. And because I don't have kids, I can't say, but I do trust. It does make sense to me that when parents say that how you tell your children about death can affect how they feel about it and their perspective about death as they become older, as adults. So you might want to check that out as a resource. How do I tell my children? What are they going to think? I don't want to tell them. I'm scared to tell them. Oh, it's going to be so hard to tell them. I don't know how to do it. I'm so scared. I can't even deal with my own life right now. This is so, so hard. And some of your own memories. I'll just tap through a few rounds of the points. Just feel what's on your mind right now, what's in your heart right now. Just let it out. Keep tapping. I'm so sorry you're feeling so hurt. We know what it's like. Breathing it out. Doing a good job. Just keep tapping, keep crying and tapping. One more round. Hurts so much. Come home and they're not there. It's such a shock. Breathing and tapping. Let it out. So we let out all this pain. Slowly but surely, there'll be more space for all the love to come in, and we'll be tapping that in when the time is right. Our pets don't want us to suffer, but it is important to let all the pain out as it comes in. Let it out. Very good. Well, I had to take a few minutes break there just to tap out some more grief. But the good news is that it takes shorter and shorter periods of time, and I have more and more beautiful memories and happier moments in my life, and I can get on with my life with my little doggy angel sitting here supporting me. So let's keep going. There are some more painful memories that perhaps you need to release. For me, the one where I'm holding Harry or Willie and the vet is putting them down with the injection. Or maybe you saw your dog hit by a car, or he or she is lost, or your cat. Whatever memories are coming up for you, just be tapping while we're talking here. It's too much to bear. Luckily, we can do this for our pets, but it hurts so much. The shock of having to do this. The braveness of the vet, if that was the case for you. The kind-heartedness. Or if that wasn't the case, what did happen for you? Holding my pet. Watching their last breath. Feeling what you feel. Holding any family member. I bring my other pets into the room if I have any to show them that their buddy's gone. I feel that's right. That may not be for you. And leaving their bodies there. Good. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Oh, this is tough stuff. I'm right here with you though, and I want to encourage you to do another few rounds, feeling, thinking, remembering, and always tapping on your unique memories of this tough time. Because as you tap, our bodies are wired to release the trauma. So here you go. I'll just be with you and encouraging you to tap. You feel what you need to feel. Keep breathing. Kleenex by the ready. Breathing. I'm sorry. It really hurts. This is what we signed up for. You're doing a good job. One more round. Breathing. I'm with you. Letting all this pain out. Their pain. Your pain. Just letting it out. letting it out. Keep tapping. Keep breathing and tapping. Good, and just keep replaying that part. Let it go for a day or two. Come back. Keep playing that tapping sequence. Keep replaying this video as much as you need to until your number starts to drop. It will start to drop with time, and it may come back in a wave. Tap. You don't need the video. You know the points now. Go to the restroom. Tap. Breathe. Take care of yourself. And then come back when you have some space for some wonderful memories to come in, because we'll start filling yourself with your pets and your wonderful memories to nurture both of you. And here are some tips I've used to help me get through the loss of my pets as the days and weeks went on. I found that gathering all the photos I'd ever taken of them and bringing them into one folder so I could just look at them and tap when I needed to helped me so much to see that 95% of their lives were happy and healthy, and we had so much fun, joy together, that it made me feel better, because my mind was wanting to focus on the last few months of their lives and their pain and their sickness and getting worse, and then all that time at the vet. So that's a suggestion. Also, blogging, writing out about your feelings about your pet. Judy, Helm, and I have put together a Facebook page called Dealing with the Loss of Your Pet. And if you'd like to share your story and your pet's photo, we'd love to have you be a part of our community. It's a monitored site just so that we can keep the people who want to sell things off it. So if you don't see your message right away, that's why. Also, take your own time about putting your dog's pets' beds away, bowls away, clothing and leashes away. If you're going to do a ceremony for them, just take the time to let them speak to you, let new ideas, insights come. It's all in your own good timing. There's no set time about any of it. So let's do a few rounds of some of the memories, the good memories. Oh, here are some other thoughts, by the way, that have come to me through the last year that might be useful to you. And what happened in my younger life was that I always was looking for life to be happy and fun and light, and I didn't like facing the pain and the struggle. So the problem is that's part of life. Life is these cycles of joy and pain. So by fighting the pain, it made it worse. Fighting the struggle made it worse. So what I found was that when I have pain come into my life, have struggle come in, if I just accept it, not that it'll always be that way or that I can't change things by tapping and doing other stress relief techniques, but just accepting in the moment that this is painful. Yes, it is. Breathing it in, something magically changes so that the journey toward healing starts to happen more quickly than holding on to it and fighting it. That's one piece of advice I can offer. Also, when our pets pass, when they die, in my mind, it's teaching us about death. It's teaching us about our own deaths. We're all going to die. And what's it going to be like? Am I going to be fighting it and scared of it and avoiding it? Or am I going to start taking a look at it without fear? Because in my experience, through meditation, through other experiences I've had with deep meditation and connectedness to universal life force, God, love, energy, it's a beautiful place. Near-death experiences all report going to a beautiful place and not even really maybe wanting to come back here because it's so painful. So if that is in fact where we all go, what's to fear? And if our pets are there, I believe they are, then we can look forward to it in a way. So let's go on with bringing in some of the wonderful memories we've had with our pets and tapping those in. Things like, they gave me so much joy. I never laughed so hard as when, one of my favorite memories was trying to do a Christmas card shoot with me wearing reindeer ears, William and Harry wearing reindeer ears, and they didn't want to have anything to do with a photo shoot for Christmas. So they were tussling, and amazingly the antlers did not come off, and I couldn't even breathe. I was laughing so hard. Learning about laughter, learning about the joy of life, they taught me this. Even though I can't see their bodies anymore, I'm still learning from my pets. I'm still learning about how much love can heal. Oh, just one other thing. It's not just these points right underneath the inside edge of the collarbones. You may feel chi, life force, build up and be sensitive here. So massaging around your chest here in this area can be useful as well. To let it out, to let it transform back into love. You bring in some of your wonderful memories as we keep tapping. Times they made you happy. Yes, I still miss them. Coming in the door at night and they're not there, it still hurts, but I'll survive because I come into the present moment and feel their energy all around me in my heart. And I have a new understanding about love. I breathe in my pet's love for me anytime I feel sad. I breathe in their love right now. I fill with their lightness and their love right now. Good. I'd like to share one last thing, and that is that I hung on to the belief that love heals from my Qigong master. He said, love heals. Just remember that if you don't remember anything else. And so I hung on to it for dear life, literally for my pets as they got to the end of their lives, hoping that it would turn around, their health would turn around. We could have another 6 months or another year together. And for both of them, that just wasn't so. And what I've learned is, it's so hard to witness this, but I do believe in the concept of choice, that our souls, human or pet, have a choice about what we want to learn about. And my dogs, to some degree, needed to learn about pain, emotional pain toward death. The pug dog had a final surgery that he never recovered from, where he just couldn't eat, and he loved to eat. He couldn't keep anything down for the last month. That was so hard to watch, but I've realized that there are mysteries in the universe, and that was his choice. I had energy healers, homeopathy, all kinds of alternative medicine folks work with him, and they started to just say that this is his choice. Same thing with Harry. He actually went very, very quickly, but he was born with a blood vascular problem, and there was nothing I could do to make it better for him. He was scratching his skin no matter what I did. So the point is that we had a wonderful life, all of us, despite the ups and downs, the pain and the joy. And overall, I have learned so much about how much I am loved by them, by the universe, by my family, and by me. And I think that is what our pets are here to teach us. So it's been a journey. Thank you. And just a couple of other resources for you. Dealing with the loss of your pet on Facebook. Please join us. I have so many other videos and things free to offer you either on my website, stressrelieversnow.com. On the homepage, scroll down to where you can sign up for my emails. So much information from ancient cultures that will help you get through this difficult time. And videos on YouTube. My channel is Judy Cameron Health. So thank you for joining us, and we wish you peace. Take good care. Bye-bye. So if you want to know more about meridian tapping or have a general protocol that you can fill in the blanks for any topic, I made a video called How to Do Meridian Tapping, so I invite you to check that out. You can also pass it on to your friends or family so that they can use it also. And here's some really interesting history about acupuncture. I discovered that thousands of years ago, Chinese doctors working with their soldier patients on the battlefield started to keep logs of all these different places where their patients were shot with arrows, obviously, at the time. They discovered over time that those patients who had headaches, for example, and were shot in the right knee, as their knees healed, they also reported no more headaches. Or if they had digestive problems and they were shot in the elbow, as their elbows healed, they no longer had digestive problems. So thank goodness for the body map, the body-mind map that they kept, so that we can take advantage of it today.